Hello, my beautiful peoples. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Thank you for tuning in. I am the host of Southpaw's Tales from the Barstool, JD, also known as Southpaw. And to my right, as always, is Kat, the hot bad influence. Because tonight we're talking about bad habits. So
wait a minute. I'm your bad habit?
You're the bad influence.
Okay.
And
okay.
There's no way to recover from what I just said, so we're just going to move forward. So if you are watching live, make sure you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Give them permission to see your name. That way we know who's talking. It doesn't give Facebook any other permissions besides us seeing your name. Otherwise, all we see is Facebook user. And are you going to do that tonight?
I'm usually better than you, and you have the stutters tonight. You said it
I don't
yourself.
have the stutters.
You said it at the movie theater.
So as I said just a little bit ago, we are going to be talking about bad habits, character flaws, and I got to scroll down so I can see my notes. Personal weaknesses tonight.
I'm your personal weakness. That
yes, you're my personal weakness.
Bad influence.
So as we discuss all these different bad habits, some we have, some are ones we've seen. Put in the comments what your bad habits are, or if you have the same ones that we have as we discuss them. Tonight, our drink of the night is going to be the chocolate-covered orange old-fashioned.
JD's making this shit up, but it sounds good.
Oh, I didn't make it up. It's tasty. So
did you get the orange?
Yes, I got the orange. You calm your shit. Let me make the drink. So I already preloaded each one of the glasses with a sugar cube. Once you put the sugar cube in, we're going to do 2 dashes of Aztec chocolate bitters. Boom.
A dash-ish. Whoa.
And then we're going to do some orange bitters as well on these guys. Orange bitters, you don't need as much because it carries a lot of flavor in it.
Everywhere.
Hey, calm your shit.
Look. You got it on the sponsor list. You got it on the sponsor.
The sponsors knew what they were getting into.
Our sponsors are now orange bitter fragrance.
So they're fragrant sponsors. So as I'm making this drink and I'm explaining it, put in the comments what you're drinking tonight, even if it's non-alcoholic. Just let us know what you're doing. We're gonna put a little bit, about a half ounce of simple syrup in there.
We went out for our anniversary last night and had
some Pappy Van Winkle.
Pappy Van Winkle for the first time ever.
That shit is legendary.
It's damn.
So after that, you're gonna put a splash of water in there. Splash of water.
Smidgies, a schmutz of water.
A schmutz of water. Once you get all that, you're gonna muddle the sugar cube, which it's fancy for break it up.
Yeah. There's a fly. Go away.
You muddle that shit all good.
Model it.
And we are using a Smoke Wagon bourbon. It's made in Las Vegas. It's something that somebody turned me on to about a month ago. I was at the liquor store trying to find a specific whiskey. They didn't have it. This guy was like, you got to try this one. He was fucking right. It was great. It is good stuff.
Okay, I have to emphatically disagree with you. I like mine smooth. That is bitey, burny.
Well, you're also not used to drinking it straight.
I drink Eagle Rare straight. I drink your Blanton straight. I drink Buffalo Trace straight.
But this is also 100%. The rest of those that you're talking about are, they're all like 70%. So this one is much more alcohol. But for being 100% or 50 proof, or scratch that, reverse that.
That's why I'm doing the sponsors tonight.
But it's really smooth for what it is, for being 50% alcohol. But it's Smoke Wagon small batch straight bourbon whiskey. It's distilled in Las Vegas. They don't sponsor us. I just really like this stuff, especially for the price tag. It's a small batch that's under $50 a bottle, which is,
you know what, for the price tag, that new one, that Basil Hayden, that shit is bomb diggity. It is smooth, it is delicious. Make it with Basil Hayden. Save yourself the trouble of the bitey burny.
We'll put some water up in there.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Or not some water, some ice. Now I've got some dark chocolate that I'm going to be grating over the top of this.
Frozen H2O.
Yes, frozen H2O. Oops, I'm just going to break off a whole piece of chocolate up in that bitch twice.
You are a gosh darn professional. Did you just chunk it into mine?
Yep. I just did that.
You know what would look good on this cat's drink? That's it. Oh my God. You could sip an old fashioned off of the table over
This
here.
is the messiest
the
drink
craziest.
I've ever
This
made.
should have been the easiest one that he's ever made. And
But you're gonna
it's like,
you're gonna finish it off with a garnish of some orange zest. Basically, it's just fancy for orange peel. You take the acids and stuff that come off of there, and it makes your shit taste better. It's all scientifical.
I don't care what my shit tastes like.
You don't care what it tastes like?
What my shit tastes like. I don't care about that. I want a big old chunk like you got.
Oh my
Don't be
God.
stingy. Load me up. There you go.
That's your bad habit. I was
What?
wanting more.
Actually, that
That is a bad
like
habit.
one of my favorite things about myself. So how dare you? Okay, that's the character trait. It's not even a character flaw. It's just a character trait. I just think I deserve more.
You gonna let me stir your shit?
Can you stir the my seconds that are over?
Yeah, I really did make
Oh
a
my
gigantic
God.
mess.
It's raining.
So let's try this out.
chocolate
Let's see what it
and-
tastes like. That is
That is damn
delicious.
Good. Yeah.
I'm usually not a dark chocolate fan, but that's actually really good with the dark
Dad,
chocolate.
Dad, if you're watching, I'm gonna make one for us because it is dark chocolate heaven and it's real good.
So I already see one of our friends, Scooter, is watching. Nick Ron,
Scoots.
he's a 2-time guest. He's going to be on. Hopefully, he joins us next week for our PTSD roundtable.
And Facebook
Along with a couple
user
other guys, and then Facebook user,
said-
he called you a bitch.
evening, bitch. Oh, I know he's talking about you.
Yeah, he called you a bitch. That was
Because
kind of
if
rude.
it's who I think it. Oh well, I don't know. There's a few that never give their names. One of them is my parents. The other one is what's his fuck that was a Marine. Pogo.
Pogo.
Who likes to say I'm a
What's his
12-year-old
fuck that was a
boy.
Marine? That describes like half the people we know. Yeah,
He
what's his
always-
fuck? He was a
but
Marine.
He would say, "What's up, 12-year-old boy?" or make some kind of snide comment. Whatever.
Him. It must be Pogo.
It's fine.
So before we get into our bad habits and all this good
You want me to
stuff,
do
let's knock out our sponsors real quick.
Perfect.
Don't leave during the sponsors.
Please
Keep
don't.
watching.
Lisa, I'm gonna try to make it real fast. I swear. Are you ready?
Yeah, do this.
First, 5x5 Brewing Company, Battleborn, Texas, made veteran brewing company based in Mission, Texas, co-founded by Army vet George Rice. With beers like the 40mm Stout, Burnett Bombshell, and Fubar. It's no surprise this brewery is taking over the Texas market from the Valley to the Panhandle. Ask your local bar, restaurant, or grocer to start carrying 5x5 Brewing Company today. You can get a hold of them at 5x5brewing.com, facebook.com/5x5 brewing. 956-445-5421 is their phone number, or you can email them at info@5x5brewing.com. Boom. Next.
Boom. You knocked that one
I
out of the
nailed
park.
it. I nailed that shit. All right. Next is OMOG Construction. Marine vet Seth Knox and Matt Anders, general contractor servicing the greater Houston, Texas area. Will you stop that? Oh, my Lanta.
Sorry, I had
With
to.
a focus on concrete, no job too big or too small, from residential to commercial to industrial foundations and pads. OMOG Construction has you covered. You can get a hold of them at omogco.com, facebook.com/omogco, or Instagram omogco. Moco.
And I'll
It's
knock out
one
a.
Mexican, one Weddle.
I'll knock out a quick start since I know the my shorthand. So Quick Start Mortgage Group, founded by Nathan Einkorn. He is our newest sponsor. He's a proud member of the Vetted VA, which is a great place to get information about VA loans. But you can find him at quickstartmortgagegroup.com, in Einkorn at umortgage.com. You can call him directly at 720-980-9988. Facebook is at Quick Start Mortgage Group, and Instagram is at Colorado Mortgage Brokers. It's the convenience of an online lender, only with better rates and dedicated staff of highly trained mortgage brokers to make sure your mortgage process goes smoothly. And especially right now when rates are fucking ridiculous, every little point counts. So you want to make sure you do that. And then finally, all of our editing and distribution is done by Knucklehead Media Group, founded by Stephen Colon, if you want to finish reading that.
Yep, covering all of your podcasting and media needs, from audio and video editing to strategy planning to global online distribution. This professional team of experts takes your idea and makes it a reality while providing the knowledge and experience to help you grow your audience and reach. You can get a hold of them at knucklehead.agency, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, knuckleheadmg. No spaces.
Man, so we knocked that shit out of the parkish. So I tagged Mark because he's been having problems.
I tagged Mark when
So,
I shared it.
If you are watching this
So
live, make
Mark
sure
got
that
tagged
you
3
please
times.
do like and share this. That way other people can see it. As a reminder, we are going to be giving away a rare bottle of E.H. Taylor's small batch bourbon as soon as we reach 5,000 members in the Facebook group and 1,000 followers on YouTube. It's not a cheap bottle, so make it worth my while to give that shit away. Make sure you can go to YouTube and all your favorite podcasting platforms. Check out all of our old episodes and share and like and subscribe and all that good shit.
Like buttons,
Yeah.
subscribe, follows, shares, all of that.
Tongue punch that shares fart box all day long. Victor is watching. Victor, man, it is awesome to see you. We need to catch up.
There.
You don't know. Victor was one of my best friends when I was in the service. Like we were.
Oh, Victor, we have so much to talk about.
Oh, he has some of the story, like the stories that don't go on air, the off the record stories. That's the guy to talk to.
Okay. Well,
no, but we actually got back in touch via Facebook like last week.
Nice.
I haven't. This is the most I've talked about or to Victor in 20 years.
I really don't think there's anything in my life that I take that I'm off the air only. So maybe he shouldn't tell me anything.
So without further ado, we're just going to get right into this.
So we're going to start with the first bad habit that we noticed as we were boning up for the show. Shoving random shit in drawers. So we have a drawer here. Y'all can't see it, but trust me, it's there. And if you're looking for random shit, like, you know what? If you just happen to need like an eyeglass cleaner and a corkscrew.
Or if you need just a random thumb drive and red vine.
Well, how about a magnet in the back of an earring?
Or how about a headphone adapter and a cap for a random liquor bottle like we no longer have?
Piece of chalk and a giraffe pen. Anything? Anybody?
Push pin? This drawer has so much random shit. So that is the first.
An owner's manual to a snowball.
Yeah, that is the first bad habit that I honestly, I am bad about just shoving just shit wherever.
This drawer is my favorite thing in the whole entire world. Now that I've known, there's like stale red vines and like a backing of an earring, and like it's just crazy. I love it. I love it so much because it's like, well, yeah, it's stuff that we've just shoved in there during the podcast. All of them have stories. We just don't remember the stories.
Yeah, because
everybody has a junk drawer.
Ours just happens to be behind.
Every house has a junk drawer. Ours just happens to be our podcast setup.
Man, that's fucking tasty.
It is very delicious.
I'm glad I invented that at last minute.
You know what's another bad habit? Tooting your own horn. Toot toot.
No. That's a good habit to have.
Is it building yourself up?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
Shoot, I'm the best hype person ever. I will hype the shit out of anybody.
So Lindsay says, she has doom piles. I pile my mail and paperwork until I'm forced to deal with it because I need to. Oh yeah. Cat's desk.
I don't like to get rid of mail. I'm worried that I'm going to miss something that JD needs or whatever, or a bill that we haven't paid. So I do have a small habit of just piling up mail on my desk, and then I like weed through it later. And usually when I say later, I mean like quarterly. It's a really bad habit. But I don't want to hear it from you. You got piles of clothes all over the house you call purgatory. They're not, I don't know if they're dirty enough to wash. I don't know if they're clean enough to wear again.
There are stages of dirty in man's clothes. Like shirts, you wear a shirt one day and it's dirty and it goes in the hamper.
It's not
pants.
It's not.
You can wear pants multiple days. It's fine. If you're not like getting all nasty in them.
You have a taint and it's that's dirty enough for me. I'm good.
You got a lady taint.
Exactly. That's why I don't wear my jeans more than if I only wear my jeans for a little bit or I don't wear them outside, I'll wear them like a couple of times.
All right.
But
guys,
I'm not sitting there
guys that are watching this, back me up. If you can wear jeans more than one day, you wear more than 2 days. As long as you have new chonies on underneath, new socks, you're good.
You know what? I do like to change my underwear every day, regardless.
Yeah.
That's just like a thing.
See, even Lindsay agrees that jeans can be worn multiple days. It's right there in black and white. So,
I love you, but yes, if you don't get dirty, but the way JD wears his jeans,
would I wear my jeans to get dirty?
You always get dirty. You're always something. You're getting into something. I don't know. It's gross.
I have a bad habit of keeping myself occupied with 400
That is
unfinished
not a bad
400
habit.
unfinished
That's
products.
the bad habit. The bad habit is he starts a project, doesn't finish it, and he's like, squirrel, and he starts on another one. And it's like, focus. Can you just finish the wall you've torn out? That'd be great. Thanks.
No.
Stop reminding me every 6 months. I'll get it done. Fuck, woman.
I'm gonna make a TV show about it.
Later. He's gonna make a TV show about it later. That just proves my point.
Okay, so is procrastination a habit or
It's
is it a
bad
character
habit.
flaw?
It's a bad habit.
Is
It's
it
a
a
bad-
habit or is it a
Oh
character
no,
flaw?
it's a bad habit. You could break the cycle. You choose not to.
I mean,
Or
I'll get to it. See what I did there?
I said no. Yeah, I saw. I saw.
It's called irony.
Yeah, no. Stevie Wonder saw your point. It's cool. It's no big deal. It's fine.
No, he did. He's blind.
And he's probably isn't he dead too?
No, I
So-
think no.
See what-
Stevie Wonder performed. I can't remember where he performed, but it was within the last month or so. And I was
Shut
like,
up! I thought he was dead.
yeah, so did I. And I was like, holy shit.
Oh my god. Oh man. No. Mm-mm.
What?
I thought he was dead. No, I'm sorry. So I have a list of 20 bad habits, the 20 most common, according to this website, bad habits. Are you ready?
So are you just gonna like blast through them, or are we gonna
We can talk
address them
about-
as we go?
We can talk about them. Yeah, let's talk
All
about
right.
it. Number 1, nose picking. Sometimes you gotta.
Yeah. Sometimes like
I used to pick my nose every time I drove, but that was when I was a teenager. I think I've grown out of that.
I pick my nose when I'm driving when somebody keeps looking through the window, like they're driving
on
the same speed.
purpose?
Oh yeah, I'll sit there and just like make faces, wipe it on the window, whatever it does to make them stop looking at me again.
There was this kid. Every time I think about nose picking, there was this kid in high school that like he was a bad nose picker, like growing up, like in class would be picking his nose. Well, they finally broke him of that habit, but he would do this and then wipe it in his hair. Oh, and I was like,
Oh.
go back to picking your nose. Go back to picking your nose, please. For
Yeah,
the love
Victor-
of God.
Victor says, who doesn't, just don't eat them. Which our youngest was bad about picking and eating for the longest time. And it was like,
He made his own snack. I don't know.
It's so salty.
He's also the kid who wants salted. Like he will put salt on everything. Haven't even tasted it yet. I'm gonna salt the fuck out of it. It's because you're used to your boogers, bro. That's
I have to pick my nose at work all the time just because all the shit that I'm breathing in just builds.
I don't know. The older I get, the worse my fucking allergies get. Like I am a mess all the damn time now. And I was not like that growing up. Like I'm living on loratadine and prayer at this point. So like I just, oh yeah. And it's just torrential downpouring. I bend over and my nose is running. Not that these fucking bipolar weather is helping me out at all.
Do you know that a lot of different undercover investigative agencies like FBI, different like OSI, NSA, shit like that, they're taught to like if they're doing a stakeout or something, or if they think that somebody's gonna burn them, like they'll just sit there and pick their nose and stare off in the distance to look like they're just a normal person.
Shut up.
So yeah, to throw somebody off the scent of them
You just pick it and
They're
wipe
just
it
like-
on your shirt
yeah, they're just like-
and like stop it.
when they're digging for evidence, they just dig for gold.
Oh my god.
God, that was a shitty pun. God, that was horrible.
Just
Yeah, it's-
they're not all gold, baby. Like what you're digging out your nose. They're
That
not
one
all
just
gold.
stinks.
All right. Second one, binge drinking. Wow. Wow.
that was a very awkward
That's
silence.
not the same thing as like day drinking and then drinking at night.
So
I know we're both
what
like,
what is the definition of binge drinking?
Google
mean-
it. Google it. Oh, please Google it.
Okay.
Yeah. Google it.
Because I'm not a binge drinker. I sample and I taste, and it's fucking classy. All right.
Scooter says crickets.
So the definition of binge drink. I'm typing slow.
And Ron said, "Who needs hair gel when you can just wipe your nose into your
So,
hair?"
All right, binge drinking
You're a respirator.
definition. By definition, it's consuming 5 or more drinks on an occasion for men, or 4 or more drinks on an occasion for women, Holy shit.
I was
5 drinks make a binge.
I've been binge drinking all the time.
I've been binge drinking since junior high. Fuck.
We binge drank yesterday. Oh man, I don't like this game anymore.
Yeah,
This is shitty. I don't like it. It's a fucking judgy website. Damn. I'm sure none of y'all binging, even though Scooter's making
yeah.
Scooter's making faces.
If y'all are watching and not listening, just look at the screen at the emojis that Lindsay used to describe what we're talking about.
Oh my Lanta.
I'm pretty sure everybody I know binge drinks because of that definition. Like,
I haven't gotten to it yet. I haven't.
I thought binge drinking was like blackout, falling over.
That's what I thought. It was
like beer bonging.
I thought binge drinking was like you're drinking consistently every day for like a week. Like you go on a bender. That's what I think when I think binge drinking is where you're just on an all-out fucking mission to destroy your liver like it owes you money.
I mean, my check liver light's been on since like the Reagan era. But...
oh my God. So I'm not too on this list, but I think one of my bad habits, definitely one of your bad habits, is money overspending or splurging.
Yeah.
And really, JD and I aren't like big people on like large purchases. It's like 1,000 tiny things.
Nickel and dime spending is
the fuck
a
out of
bad habit.
Yeah.
Because those nickels and dimes add up to like quarters and
$5 here,
50-cent pieces.
$20 here, $3 here on an energy drink, and then you like fuck $700. Where did the $700 go?
So Ron watching on YouTube says, if I swap from beer to wine to shots, is that just sample? Yeah.
Ron,
I'll give you that.
Ron, that's classy as fuck. If you put it on a like a, what do they call it?
One of those charcuterie boards.
Put it on a flight and it's sampling and it's classy and no one can judge you. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't count.
Yeah, if I drink whiskey out of this glass because it looks pretty.
But if you had a flight of these, it's just sample. It's just sampling.
Now back to the spending. Like, I think there is definite various levels on bad habit spending. Ours is always cash spending, cash including debit card. Yeah. But there's people that have bad spending habits that, tens and 20s of thousands of dollars of credit card debt. Like we don't have
a lot of credit cards.
I think combined our credit card debt is maybe like 5,000.
Probably.
Maybe.
Probably.
If that.
Yeah.
Because we don't use credit.
Let's say 6. I think we each have a $3,000 limit, and so not that we maxed out. Well, technically,
I've got $51 and I pay one off. I'm paying that one tomorrow, and that credit card's paid off.
Good for you.
And that one's at 0.
Good for you.
So yeah, there's definitely levels of that bad habit for spending. We're the cash bad spender, and it's always like Goodwill and energy drinks. Energy drinks is the bad one.
Okay. Why did you say Goodwill first? Personally, you know what? You could have a wife who gets like her eyelashes did and her nails did all the time. You could have one of those who has to have a Gucci everything. No, you have a wife who likes to go to Goodwill once every 2
Yeah, our bad habits are nickel and dime. So I mean,
once every 2 weeks.
That's like me and Ross.
Yeah.
Like Ross, Dress for Less.
It was Bells. You loved the shit out of Bells.
I loved Bells because they had a hell of a clearance section. Like they didn't even have a clearance rack. They had a clearance section. And I'm like, ooh.
Kohl's is like that. I need to keep you away from Kohl's because you will love that. Kohl's is where you got all those.
Kohl's where I get the suit shit from.
Suits,
yeah, like badass jackets for like $73.
Damn. Yeah, I don't buy new clothes for myself. I feel guilty if I buy new shit for myself, but I can buy the shit out of some Goodwill stuff for $1 a piece.
You know what? You know what my worst personal bad habit is? And I've tried kicking it for probably my entire life. And I got it from my dad. And at least one of our sons got it. And that's nail biting.
Oh, yeah.
And I've tried to kick. It is harder for me to kick biting nails than it was for me to kick smoking. I kick a lot of other extracurricular bad habits that we won't go too deep into on the show. At least not this episode. I'm sure we probably will. No, we won't.
No, we probably won't. There's no need.
But yeah, nail biting is, and I don't know if it's
like a nervous tick or.
Well, I don't even do it when I'm nervous, but it's as soon as I feel the nail get past a certain point, it just drives you batty. It's
yeah,
like
I'm like that too, but I don't bite them. But if once they're past a certain point, I keep them short for because hospital work. So yeah, if they get past a certain point, I'm breaking them and like peeling them off. But no, I'm not biting.
but there's other people I've seen,
Gross.
and I've even seen actors. If you pay attention to hands, which I'm weird, and I guess I do. But like,
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know if you can see my thumbnail, or how well the people that are watching and not listening can see it. But I've seen people where it's like half as much nail as me, and it's just like the skin in the front just rolled over and calloused because they keep it so short. Like I'm not that, but still.
You know what? When you said that, all I pictured was Megan Fox's
Club thumbs.
fucking club
If you
thumbs.
haven't done it, Google Megan Fox thumbs.
thumbs.
She looks like a goddamn Flintstone.
A Scooter says, I chew the inside of my cheek and lip edges, sometimes to the point of bleeding. I can't stand to bite my nails. I can't bite my nails. It grosses me out. The idea of it does, just because of, I work in the medical field. That's gross. You don't know what's underneath those suckers. It's nasty.
I know what's underneath. I know exactly where my hands have been most of the time.
So that's your worst habit. I think mine, at least recently, has been screen time. I get hooked on games, like very specific games, and it's hard.
Well, they've done documentaries and studies. Well, documentaries talking about the studies of these games that you could never be, like Candy Crush, like any of those games that are similar, that those free download ones, but they have like the extra buy on shit. It's like $3 here, $5 there, stuff.
I don't buy
which you don't do. But what was that one game where it had the bird flying and there's tubes that are coming from the top and bottom, and you have to like make the bird go up or down across the screen? That was the guy that invented that pulled every version of it off the web because it was so addictive, and he felt guilty about it because those games are designed to addict you to playing it and keep you on that screen, because between each level, especially on those free games, you have all those ads.
Yeah.
And ads. Flappy Bird. Thank you, Lindsay. Flappy Bird was the one. Yeah.
I've never even heard of Flappy Bird. That must have been before I got into, like, I was really great. I was really bad. For the longest time when I had a cell phone, I wouldn't carry it on me. And JD'd get mad. I would not have my phone on me. I wouldn't be playing games on it. I wouldn't have it on me at all. So everyone was already addicted to their cell phones, and JD couldn't get me to carry my fucking cell phone. And now I got hooked on these stupid ass fucking games, and now I have my phone on me all the time, and I hate it. But
I think cell phone games and Facebook, just screen time in general, they keep me on the John way longer than I should be. Because I'm sitting there like,
it's the button-umathon. No, and what it does to me, and that leads to our next bad habit, I don't go to sleep. I play on my phone, or I wake up and play on my phone, so I'm not getting as much sleep.
I'm in the bad habit of, as soon as I wake up and I shut off my alarm, I grab my phone.
Yeah.
I check my email. I check my texts. I check my Facebook. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm expecting anything. It's just a bad habit that It's a habit. And they've Pastor Bill's actually talked about that at church, about how that's a just nasty habit to get. And I see it, because it's like the first thing you're consumed with when you wake up is that fucking phone.
I should be consumed with that dick.
You should be consumed with that dick. Wake me up. That's a good habit.
Wake me up with a mouth hug.
Yeah.
Any day.
Hit that like button and comment if Kat should wake me up with mouth hugs.
You should put my phone in your britches, and I'll be playing with that thing all day.
Oh,
what are you doing? Oh, wow. Oh shit! Don't do that. Don't do that. I was just kidding. Okay, we'll try that later.
I think another bad habit that we've fallen into is with our new schedules. Our eating habits have gone to shit.
Yeah.
And it's so easy.
So JD and I both got promoted. We've both been working a lot extra to prove our worth, to potentially, fingers crossed, maybe get my next promotion, his next promotion, so we've got goals, man. But some of those goals are interfering with other goals, like working so much. It's kind of interfering with our fitness goals. So like we haven't been to the gym in weeks. We haven't been eating right because by the time we get home, we have to pick up one kid, pick up another, pick up another. By the time we get home, it's 8 p.m. We don't even have time to cook. It's I'm gonna get fast food. We're gonna eat on the way home and then go to bed as soon as we get home.
And even
it's
like
been terrible.
Even the fast food
Terrible.
salads aren't that great for you because like if you
No.
get a chicken salad, even the chicken's hopped up with so much preservatives and butters and which butter's a good fat. I refuse to believe anything else. But there's just even a salad, there's so much other shit that makes it unhealthy. And that's a very bad habit that we've fallen into.
It really is because it's like there's really no actual real healthy. I think the healthiest option you have or we have here fast food wise is the salads at Bill Miller's because the food, the meat is actually cooked. It's like
their turkey salad.
It's smoked turkey and it's delicious. So I think that's our only real viable option. But there's only so many days you can eat a salad from the same place.
You know what really disappointed me salad wise was I got the salad from Chick-fil-A for work one day because I was like, all right, I'm gonna eat healthy. Chick-fil-A's ranch dressing is I would rather I would rather drag my ass like an itchy dog across that salad and eat it than use their ranch dressing because it was that fucking bad.
And on our next episode, JD's gonna try
Manchester.
Oh my gosh. So the next bad habit that's on my list, and JD's not gonna like it, it is being negative. It's a habit, not a characteristic. It is an actual habit. It is something you could break.
Well, I'm not the only one that has that habit, so I don't know why you called me out.
I'm not negative. I'm a very positive person, like very positive. People call me a ray of sunshine at work. I'm just saying. I'm happy at work. You're happy at work. We come here and we're negative Nancy's. Why is that?
Do you want me to get like really psychological about it or just
I don't know.
like you want to make a joke about it or do you want me to be honest about it?
I was being rhetorical, but go ahead. Whatever floats your boat, bud.
So we're negative when we get home because we feel so overwhelmed with everything that we need to do around here.
And don't have time
and
to do
don't have time to do because we're spending so much time at work.
Yeah. I can see that.
We're happy at work because you have a sense of fulfillment.
Yeah.
And you have your mission, your task. You know what you're doing moving forward.
I'm gonna say it.
By the time you get home, you're just tired and grumpy.
I want a maid. I've been saying it for a long time. I was just kidding at first. No, I'm very serious. I want a maid.
I want a maid too, but man, that's just another thing in the budget.
Don't care. I'll make it work. I'll stop going to Goodwill if that's what it takes. You'll stop drinking energy drinks and we're gonna make this work. Because
fuck you say?
I want a maid. That's it. Yeah. One last thing.
I'm gonna digress for a moment and just this drink is just fucking delicious.
Bad habits.
Yeah.
Being ADHD.
That's not a habit, that's a character flaw. It's a diagnosis, so fuck off.
So our next one is being a couch potato. Man, I wish we had time to be couch potatoes. Like I understand that we have a tendency to like come home and like sit on the couch, but usually it's like we're talking to the kids, we're doing this, and really because we've been on our feet for 12 hours. By the time we get home, we're like,
yeah, because when we're on our days off, we're generally doing something.
Always.
We're visiting family. We're going to the park. We're going to
the zoo or the aquarium. We usually do daycations. Like we're great about doing daycations,
which falls into our bad spending.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's a bad spending because that is family time. You can't. There is no bad spending with family time.
Oh, that's a lot.
Oh, it is.
That's a lot of bitters.
Stop getting it on the table.
It's fine.
Here, did you need some chocolate?
Let's survive.
Dust it up.
How much whiskey did you put in? It doesn't look like you put in much.
I didn't put in a lot. I was just making a second one. So yeah, we don't really have time to be couch potatoes, and on the weekends we never are. This is under bad habits. Wearing heels. Okay, that's dumb. Carrying a heavy bag at all times. That's stupid. Sleeping with your makeup on. Okay, shut up. Shut up. Okay, yeah, it happens. It happens sometimes.
So as we're talking, if you want to share, put your bad habits in there too, or if you agree with us on our bad habits or what she's reading from.
Yeah, this isn't our bad habits. This is a website I
some
found.
of them are.
Yeah, this is a website I found that is eating even when you're not hungry. I do it. That's a bad habit. That's a great one.
I think I forget to eat a lot of times.
I know there's a pile on your nightstand, the big differ. You eat gummies in bed.
Not anymore. We haven't had gummies in the house in a long time.
Because you eat them all.
Because who knows when the next time I'll have them again.
There's like a pile, and it's not like you grab one bag at a time. It's like there's
I'm a grown ass man. One little tiny bag of Welch's gummies is not gonna do me in. Fucking
I'm a man, damn it. I'll eat my gummies when I want to.
4-bag minimum.
4-bag minimum.
That's like a bag for every 50 pounds of body mass. What think about it? You give one bag to a 9-year-old, right? Well, I'm 4 times the size of a 9-year-old, so I get 4 fucking bags of gummies.
I
eat a dick.
I hit a nerve, clearly. Where's the chocolate? I'm gonna shred some more stuff on there. And
chocolate right there.
So this habit, where's the grater? So JD used to have this next bad habit, and that's smoking. We both used to smoke for years and years and years, off and on.
And then quit.
We tried to
and then
quit,
started, and then quit, and then started. And I still have a cigarette every now and again. And
I have a cigar every now and then with you. Do you want some chocolate? Because I can grate the shit out of this like perfectly. I did not break it.
I didn't go to grading school. All right. I skipped that day. Now smoking is kind of going the way of the dodo bird. I mean, it's the older generations that still smoke.
I would have to disagree. If you have driven to work at 6 a.m. in Corpus Christi, everybody and their dog is throwing cigarette butts out the window.
But it's all the older generations that are smoking. And I want to say older generations. I mean, like our generation and older. A lot of the younger ones, they vape. They don't smoke. That's true. They don't like the taste of the cigarettes. They don't like the smell of cigarettes, but they still vape. And the vaping has way more fucking nicotine than the cigarettes do. And it's way more addictive because, they see it. It's a healthy alternative.
Well, because it doesn't have tar and crap in it. So I wouldn't call it a healthy alternative, but I have had people, because of my profession, ask me, well, it's a healthier option. They also ask about smoking marijuana, if it's a healthier option than cigarettes. Okay, you don't have the tar, you don't have all that other stuff. You're still ingesting foreign particles in your lungs, still not really great. So sorry.
I get that all day at work.
Suck it. And the vapes, a lot of those are like unregulated, the shit that they're putting in there. You have no idea what the frick you're ingesting. Like, you have no idea. It might be worse than what's in cigarettes. I don't know. And neither do you. So until you know.
Well, what's unfortunate is
the
brands that did have a self-regulation, Congress stomped on their peepees because Congress was bought off by the tobacco companies and they banned the alternatives. So, and those were the ones that were like the Juul and some of the other flavored ones that you can get at the local Circle K or 7-Eleven or something like that. But those were the name brand ones were more regulated as far as the quality and health of it. But now you have all these mom and pop smoke shops where they make their own vaping shit. They just get the glycerin and they add their own flavors and shit like that. And it's all done in-house. So there's no way to regulate that, which is kind of unfortunate. There's only a matter of time before it does, just because of people getting pneumonia and other respiratory illnesses.
I like this bad habit, and that it's labeled as a bad habit, because I do not want to have this bad habit. Number 17 on the top 20 most common bad habits: not having sex. There are many benefits to sex. When you don't have sex for multiple days or even months, you are devoiding yourself of all the health benefits.
You know, my favorite benefit of sex is coming.
Wow. Mine is leg day.
It's cardio. It's cardio.
It's cardio.
I'm pretty sure some calisthenics as well.
So it says eating at a fast pace is a bad habit. I know. I think you and I both do that. You and I both eat fast.
You grow up as the youngest in the house, and then you go to the military where you're forced to eat fast whether you like it or not. There's like no shit in basic training. It was like they'd be yelling at you, drink your liquids, lick your biscuit, and get the fuck out of my chow hall. Like and you had to eat fast because it's everybody's eating at a table. It's like 10, 12 people per table, something like I don't remember exactly what the number was. As soon as somebody stands up, the whole table is done, whether you like it or not.
Shut up.
And there was always that one asshole that was scared, like or had something to prove, or I don't know what the fuck was going through his mind. And my brother-in-law Isaac can vouch for this. This one dude would always just like inhale everything and stand up. And it's like everybody else at the table has had 2 bites, and we're like trying to eat fast too. And as soon as that one person stands up, everybody's done. It doesn't matter how much food's on your plate, you're done.
What you call blue falcons? Yeah, that's a blue falcon.
Buddy fucker.
Yeah.
You know who you are. You know who you are.
So on that, so I'm going to regress just slightly because of this other
regress
list.
Or digress?
Digress. Shut the fuck up. Damn, grammar police. So we talked about negativity and being negative, but a bad habit you used to have that I think you've pretty much broken, well, for the most part, is negative self-talk. When you're talking about yourself and you put yourself down, remember you were talking about how it's
self-deprecation.
Self-deprecation.
I used to do that in jest, but didn't realize the psychological effects it has on you. And even though you're saying it as a joke, there's still somewhat a kernel of truth to it. And it wasn't until there's this guy Stephen Kuhn who wrote the book Humble Alpha.
Oh yeah.
Actually, he was our second guest on the show.
Let's see, he was on the show.
He was the one that was talking to me about that self-deprecation, and even in jest how it. And I still do it, but now I'm a lot more mindful when I do it, and it's definitely 100% in jest. There's no truth behind it. Like I call us a train wreck and a shit show all the time, but it's always in fun. We know what this place is.
We're well aware.
We're very self-aware.
No, I think like as a girl, as a woman, we have a tendency to beat ourselves down about our bodies. Like I stopped beating myself down mentally long. Like you and I have talked about this, how I'm very self-aware. I know where my flaws are. I know where my positive attributes are. Like I'm very well aware. I'm very confident in who I am. I know who I am.
You still have your moments.
Very self-aware. But I do have my moments. I think everybody does.
Yeah.
I think everybody does. Freaking Elon Musk has his fucking moments. Everybody's got their gosh darn moments. But for the most part, like I don't think I tear myself down except for physically.
Yeah, I call myself a fat piece of shit, but that's because I'm a fat piece of shit. But I know what I got to do. I just need to.
I know what I got to do, and I'll do
I just
it
gotta
later.
Do it. I'm going to stop procrastinating eventually. All right?
That's on the
Get
list.
off my back.
It's on the list. So, so this other website says the top 10 are smoking, not exercising, not getting enough sleep, too much screen time before bed, slouching, overspending, procrastination, negative self-talk. That's only 8. What the hell is wrong?
I'm a
with y'all?
sloucher. Like I don't have.
What's the other ones?
You're a sloucher too.
Wow, rude. Gosh.
No, we're both slouchers.
Okay, rude.
We have a house of slouchers.
So rude though.
That's not rude.
Yes, it's rude.
How is that rude?
Like. You can be like, your posture's not so bad. Bitch is a sloucher.
You got shit posture just like the rest of us in this house.
Oh, wow. This is a whole new list. Gossiping, overindulging, lying, too much TV, nail biting, living to impress others. Woo, that's rough.
Now, would that be
rough.
I think that would fall under character flaw more than bad than habits.
I don't see that as I mean, that's the thing. If you characterize something as a character flaw, you are literally not giving yourself an exit. You're not saying I can change this.
Oh, you can have a character
just a
flaw. You can
character
change.
flaw.
You can change character.
But you could also change a habit. If you look at it like a habit, I'm going to break a habit. I think that would be easier than saying it's a part of my character. Changing your character takes, a lot more work than breaking a habit.
Can a man change his stars?
Really? Wow. Failing to say no to things you dislike. Okay. At work,
I had a problem saying no for a long time.
I have a problem saying no. I'll take on a lot.
Oh, Chaz brings one up we haven't talked about. Gambling.
Oh, good one.
Gambling is a bad habit, especially in places where it's a lot more legal than it is. The kids left the door open earlier, and there's one fly that just keeps and can't get rid of the motherfucker.
It's making me mad.
All right, so bad. Yeah, gambling is something.
We don't have the. It's not readily available to us. So, but I can see how it can be.
No, we know people that are degenerate gamblers. As far like, if there's anything that they can bet on, they're gonna bet.
I bet you I won't bet by the end of the day. Isn't that what they did?
Like golfing or UFC fights, sporting events, football, baseball, basketball. We're in March Madness right now. There's actually 80 million people estimated in the U.S. will bet on the March Madness games.
Whoa.
80 million people. And to put that in perspective, that's the U.S. population is roughly $330 million. Or not dollars, 330 million people. So 80. So that's what, slightly over a quarter?
Yeah.
Or right at roughly a quarter of America is going to bet on March Madness. I mean, that's massive. I didn't realize it was that big.
Not this girl.
Not this dude. I don't pay attention to.
So as I'm scrolling through these, I know what my worst habit is now.
What is your worst habit?
Overthinking.
Yes. I mean, I could see that.
Really? Really? You? No, yeah, I'm real bad. Like, I'm a worst case scenario person. That's where I go in my brain. And I'm a massive overthinker. I'm an overanalyzer. I'm also, I know it's going to catch you by surprise, JD. I'm also a little bit of a control freak.
You don't say.
I know, it's weird, right?
That's really rough for both of us being control freaks.
And that's the problem. We are both control freaks and we married each other. One of us has to bend and neither one of us want to bend. And that has probably been the largest source of conflict in our relationship. But we're aware of it. We're not fixing it, but we're aware of it.
We don't fix things. We just identify the problem.
And I found, and before we close out, I want to, because I'm looking at the clock and
Chaz, because he was the one who brought up gambling. He says he lives next to two largest casinos in the nation, Foxwoods and Mohegan Sun. I don't know how to pronounce that, in Connecticut.
Huh.
I didn't even know.
I didn't know Connecticut had casinos.
I didn't either. I thought it was just like Jersey, Vegas, or Jersey, Nevada.
Yeah.
And then like Indian casinos.
In New Mexico and stuff. Yeah. Our son has this bad habit, so I want to bring it up. And I'm talking about our oldest.
Waiting till the last minute to ask for shit.
Cutting corners to finish the task. He cuts corners constantly. The guy is brilliant. The guy is going to change the world. But he's sloppy at times because he is so smart that he thinks that he's I think to some degree above having to do menial tasks. So he'll cut corners to finish them quicker so that he can, move on to something more stimulating.
You know who Rockefeller is, right?
The
oil baron.
I've heard the name before.
Yeah. He was famous for saying, or he famously said at one point, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember the exact quote, but you give the laziest guy the most difficult task because he's going to find the most efficient way to do it. And it's stuff that corporations actually use that thought process today.
I love it.
Because it's true. Because
we can literally be like, "Hey, Daniel, cure cancer," and he'll find these.
He'll be like, "All right, can I go fire like all these pharmacies?"
So let's end on a positive note. How about that? You ready? How to break your bad habits.
Yes, how to break your bad habits.
1, identify the bad habit.
All right, we've got that one done.
2, identify the triggers for your bad habit.
We got some of those done.
3, regret your life choices. No, I'm just kidding. 3,
Done.
cut out as many triggers as possible. 4, replace the bad habit. 5, seek support. 6, visualize success. And number 7, be patient and be persistent.
So I see some of those. Well, one thing that's not said in that is how a bunch of people, an overwhelming majority of people that fail at trying to change habits and change their life is they try to bite off too many things at once.
Yeah.
You know, like me, I'm a fat piece of shit. And I want to be, you know, Brad Pitt in Fight Club fit, you know, like, and I want it in 6 weeks. And it's just not going to fucking happen.
6 weeks.
You know, but that's the thing. But you change one habit at a time. So me being a fat piece of shit isn't one habit. It's the conglomerate of many bad habits.
Have you heard of the shred diet? Apparently there's this like, it's like, I don't know.
V-Shred?
Huh? I don't fucking.
Yeah, V-Shred has very horrible ratings.
Oh, it's terrible for you because you can't do it for very long. But if you need quick results, like if you've got a wedding to go to or whatever, apparently it works. But
so
it's
does
real bad on
so
you.
does
It's really
magnesium
hard on
citrate.
your body.
I'm just gonna take some magnesium
No,
citrate.
you don't even have to do that. I have detox tea. You will shit your brains out. You'll drop a pant size at least.
But to digress, you change one habit at a time, get that habit changed, and then move on to the next one. So start off with just going to the gym and then get that habit going, you know, even if it's 20 minutes at a time, and then increasing that. And then once you do that and you start feeling better, then start changing your diet drastically. And then you get in that habit of eating better. You know, look, like when you started your weight loss,
I did one thing
progress.
at a time.
It was one thing at a time.
What I did was I started replacing my breakfast with a protein shake. And I finally found one that I liked the taste of, and I let my body get used to it because otherwise by lunch I was starving. So then I got to lunch and was like, okay, now I'm going to replace my lunch with the protein bar. Okay, this isn't healthy, y'all. This isn't, but it helped. So I replaced my lunch with the protein bar. I let my body get used to it. So by the time dinner came, I wasn't like dying and I thought I was going to, you know, starve to death. And then for a long time, I could eat whatever I wanted for dinner and the weight was just shredding off of me because I was so drastically overweight. So after that, when it became, I'd lost enough weight, I could work out and I kind of plateaued on my weight loss. Then I joined a gym. Well, once I joined the gym, then I was like, okay, I got to start watching what I eat at dinner and actually through the day where I don't have to live on a protein shake and a protein bar. It's a matter of healthy choices. So after I got used to the gym, I got used
you let
to
that pendulum swing and you were in a severe calorie deficit for a while.
A long time. A long time.
Which is just as unhealthy as
it was, but it did help with the initial weight loss, which was I needed because
a mental win.
Well, I couldn't go to the gym for how fat I was. I couldn't. I physically couldn't. I was having heart palpitations, shortness of breath. I could not work out physically. I couldn't handle it because I was so drastically overweight. It physically was painful. So getting that initial weight off so I could join a gym was what I needed. So it served its purpose. So that's mine.
So let's just round all this up here. So all of us have bad habits.
Yeah.
Some worse than others.
You're not alone.
Yeah, you're not alone. A lot of us have the same ones.
Some people are addicted to porn.
I mean, is that an addiction or is it just a pastime?
Bad habit. Bad habit. Bad habit. Bad habit.
So, man, just kind of look in the mirror, see what you got to fix about yourself. It's something we got to do. I do it every day. I'm still a piece of shit. I'm a better piece of shit than I used to be.
You can do it or not.
Yeah, or not.
I don't give a.
Yeah, who the fuck are we to fucking call you out?
You know what happens when you break a bad habit? You just develop another one. It's true. So,
but thank you all for watching. Remember, if you are out drinking or you plan on going out to drink, please find yourself a sober ride home. Uber, crash where you're at. Not crash your car. crash out and sleep.
Look to your left. Look to your right. Go home with one of those people.
Go to bed with a 10, wake up with a 2.
You better not be talking about me.
I'm not talking about you. Make sure that you tune in next week. Next week is going to be a very, very special episode. It's on the 22nd of March. It's very fitting that it's on the 22nd with 22 veteran suicides a day. We're going to be talking about PTSD, how it affects people, not just service-related PTSD, but just PTSD in general, and also how it affects those around. So my PTSD, how she has to deal with my shit, and how it affects everybody. And we're going to get some insight from every different angle.
Maybe we'll even have some guests showing up. We'll be reaching out to some of y'all who have shown interest in joining us for that specific episode.
So yeah, if you want to join on that one, if you have PTSD or you've been around people that live with PTSD, we definitely want your insight. This is going to be a huge veteran roundtable for this, and we want everybody to be involved, everybody's voices to be heard. I'm sure everybody will have something that's going to touch somebody else.
Does the table have to be round? I don't know if we have a round table.
It's an ellipse of some kind. But with that, we are finishing out for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you go and check out all of our old episodes on YouTube and all of your favorite podcasting platforms. Make sure you share, subscribe, all that good shit that the YouTubers tell you to do. And with that,
help us sell out.
Yes, help us sell out, because eventually we're going to make money off this shit. But thank you guys again for tuning in. We love y'all. Take care.
All right. Bye.